And we're live. What's up? I know no one's going to show up for the first 5 or 10 minutes, but I'll just go live anyway. I really haven't had a chance to go live as much as I wanted to because now our website is so brand new and so super duper that the reason that I was doing more live, wanted to do live more broadcasts, is that my old website used to be such a data hog that it was tough to run the room and trade if you didn't have a decent enough computer. But now it's just go to hitthebid.com, you click login, you get to the main page, and then boom, we've got an app, which is what I want to talk to you guys about. I've been sending out alerts. You guys know I have the StockTwits room also. The way I run things and the way I've been running things has been put up or shut up. And that's why, again, I'm not calling out any other traders anymore. I'm not out to compete with anybody anymore. You guys should realize at this point, 20 years now, right? Been making the videos since 2007. Something's working. Something's clicking. And I'm the only one out there who's willing to put up or shut up, meaning come to the chat room, let me show you what I do. But the best part about it is come to the chat room, let me show you what to do and profit from it. So then if you choose to then stick around with me for the rest of your life, you've already paid for it within a couple of weeks. Like Clovis, like SQ, like Box, like the Ameren, like the PCG, like the BFF. February has now been a month for the ages. Every trade, every reversal has worked. I'm not going to say every trade has worked. We got smoked in some RKDA by chasing it and then getting stopped out. And then obviously it actually wound up going back to 10 anyway. So again, but the trade that I'm always talking about, the 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal. If you want to see what it looks like, and again, some of you guys don't have multi-day VWAPs on your charts, come to us. We'll show you how to program it for yourself. We have an hourly VWAP. We have something called anti-VWAP, which gives you a nice target on the way out, intraday, and if you decide you want to turn it into a swing trade. But all that being said, nothing matters. Again, nothing matters. January and February, you've missed it. It was the greatest 2 months in the history of life. Every trade worked. Any stock you held on to worked. Even the shorts were working intraday. You could swing trade. You could day trade. You could own stocks. You could trade options. Weekly options were working. Everything's worked for these last 2 months. And you've missed it. And that's what you got to deal with now. Does it mean that it's over? No. Because today alone, we've got 5 more reversals and 5 monster trades. Not just good trades, monster trades. Clovis, which came out of the 25 break and then into the 2650 and the 2785. And then we had a target of 3075. And if it broke 3075, we bought more. So we've been buying more into this winning position. And now at 3075, we're still up another $1 today. But then you got Square, which was just incredible. Let me see something. Does this chat room work? Hi there. Hi there. But I don't see anybody providing what I'm trying to do for you guys. All right? I know I get 300 views, but you know what? Those 300 people, I'm glad you've been watching because hopefully that you're profiting on by far the greatest stock market ever. What up, Nulls? This is by far the best market I've seen in my lifetime. And that's a lot. I've seen a lot of different markets. I've been trading since 94, 95, really. I've seen boring markets, great markets, crazy markets, crashing markets, ridiculous up move markets. I've never seen anything like this before. I write for Investopedia. I don't know if you know that or not. You could, if you go to Investopedia, the homepage is called The Takeaway. I'm there. I write articles for Investopedia, usually from a day trading point of view, but I've been giving some ideas there also. the ink wasn't even dry, so to speak. Not that there's ink anymore, but I was writing an article about how I thought this market might be a little bit different this time. This sell-off, this Christmas sell-off, and how the beginning of the year might be, instead of a V bottom like we've seen every time, we might have to chop around a little bit and build a new base. Inevitably, I thought we would go up, but not like this. This is insanity. Most of this is probably shorts trying to reload and then getting stopped out. And then that really started this whole monster move again, because there was a moment where it looked like we could possibly roll and we didn't. And to the guy that I spoke to last night, now, again, I'm done poking fun, because we're all idiots, me collectively. I mean, I'm sitting here trading stocks, breaking out in 3-point ranges, and I'm sitting on 300 shares. Yeah, it's nice to make 3 points on 300 shares, but what am I doing? 300 shares. It's a joke. It's nice to make $900 in a day, but I should be making tens of thousands of dollars. But I've sacrificed the amount that I trade for what I do, and I'm in this nice little zone where I get to help people. I get to trade a little bit. You know, I always have the family doing their thing. My dad is just absolutely destroying the world. I mean, the guy hasn't taken a loss probably since 2010. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's in Best Buy, even though I'm telling him not to be, and he makes 8-10 points. He's in some EMN stock getting crushed. He's like, I ain't selling it until it gets back to 85. I'm like, I don't know, man. This one looks pretty bad. Boom, he's out at 85 anyway. He can't lose. And that's the part about this market that's scary for me right now. It seems like you can't lose. And once you get into that complacency, something bad usually happens. So that's why I'm in 300 shares. If I'm holding something, I'm only putting up what I can afford to lose at this point. Clovis, for instance, right? I started with 100. I got up to 300, and then it kept going, so I added 300 more. So now I'm in 600 shares, and I've got them hedged with options because they're so crazily priced. How do you not take some advantage of some $43 calls that they're gonna let me get $4 for? I'll take that premium. This thing goes to 40-something dollars. Fantastic. I have to take that premium. But there's been so much going on. KNDI, the Chinese auto stocks were on fire a couple of days ago. And then you just move to the next situation. You know, then Funko's coming back. And I mean, the names we're trading are you know, they're all over the place right now. But it's because it's earnings season. So we're going from story to story to story. And I'm sure we won't be looking at, you know, Box a couple of days from now. But for now, it got smoked. We love stocks that get crushed because those are the ones that have nice little comebacks. You know, Stamp the other day, under 90 bucks. You know, PCG on this hammering today was a decent buy. I mean, there's so much going on. And if you're having trouble right now, if you're not making money right now, and if, first of all, if you had some stocks that you've owned that didn't make a comeback or didn't really have a good January and February, you might want to think about getting out of those. And I don't know if that's an asshole type of a comment. Some people get, you know, upset when I say that if you have a stock, by the way, ENDP is a short right now. Hold on. A little bit of a chase. No thanks. But look how it hit 1249, algorithmic print, rolled over. You broke your 1 minute, and now you're through your multi-day. Normally, I'd be, you know, I wish I was looking at this a little bit earlier. But I'm not trading now while I'm making the video. But the only thing scary about this market is what I was saying is that it seems like everything's working. Usually, it's not a good sign. I mean, my boy calls me with MVIS. MVIS at 90-something cents. I'm looking at a chart. I'm like, yeah, why didn't you call me at 60 cents? Meanwhile, I was like, you know what? If it breaks 95, you probably get $1.20 out of it. And even that trade worked. That's not a trade that's supposed to work. When you got some knucklehead calling you got to get into MVIS, and that trade works, you know everything's working. Everything's working. Penny stocks are working. Dollar stocks are working. I mean, it's an incredible market. that if you're not able to take advantage of it, come and hang out with us. Within 3 to 6 months, you'll start to see what setups work 90% of the time, and everything else is kind of pointless. But if you're making money on those trades 90% of the time, then you've got some money that you could sprinkle into holding on to a Clovis. Or maybe I want to bang into some PCG call spreads, or I could buy 1,000 shares of MVIS and not care about it. But your bread and butter has to be these setups, which are unbelievable. This Square trade, I mean, and that's only one for today. Look at what Billy did, BILI on the short side, JD on the short side, all the same setup, you know, and then you had WTW on the long side, all basically the same setup around the VWAP and around the multi-day VWAP and a range break. And we set them up, you knock them down. And it's been phenomenal. Really the best trading I've seen in my life. And I mean, somebody said, is that because I've seen it all? Yes, I have seen every market. And why is this the best trading market? Because I'm seasoned enough to take advantage of this stuff. And I'm not taking advantage of it. I'm taking advantage of it more so than I'm helping other people take advantage of it. Personally, I mean, 300 shares of Clovis, I mean, I should be changing the world. I should be putting my kids through college from this stock. I'm in this thing from 25, 50, 20, more today at 30, 80. There's just so much going on. I mean, then you got that VFF stock, phenomenal, phenomenal. I mean, we're in from a $5 break, gets through 750, gets through 9. I bought every half number. Every time it broke a half number, I just kept buying it. And usually eventually you're going to chase. And you know what? This stock looked like it sold off to the past couple of days. All it did was consolidate and break out again. It's just awesome stuff. I don't know if this is even working right now. I see the things jumping around. You will die. Meet me at the Shaolin Temple tonight. Master Kwang, you've killed my master. Today, you die. Anyway, just a lot of great stuff going on. So if you haven't gone to the website, I'll tell you right now, it's Friday tomorrow. Usually Fridays have not been the most spectacular day because we look for option trades and there hasn't been too many with some follow through. But now that we've got some house money again, you know, my attitude about house money, I threw $290 out the window on RKDA. I get it. They're not always going to work. But we've got our setups now. We've got these levels that we're prepared for tomorrow. So if they come around tomorrow, like Box, we'll be looking at $20 calls, maybe 20.5, even though I don't have weeklies. You know, PCG sitting in this tight range tomorrow could easily break down, break out. We're definitely looking at that. Ameren has been paying us on the long side lately. I am sort of. My problem is I trade with 12 cent risks. 12-cent risk. It's hard to trade some of these stocks that I do. My stops are so tight, and again, you can't get rich on 300 shares of Clovis. That's really my problem. You know, and again, last year, let's not forget what happened to me last year. My 3 biggest trades were losses. My 3 biggest trades were losses. And it sucked. You know, I ruined that Alibaba. That Yex destroyed me, and I almost got hammered on the Ameren. But hey, oh wait, am I panhandling right now? No. Do I care if you show up to the chat room or ever show up? No, I don't. That's the point. You show up for a month, some guys say, wow, I can hang out with you for a month, and then they leave. So be it. Some guys say, thanks for that free month of information. Take care. That's the price that I pay. But you know what? The guys that do stick around, they stick around for life. These videos are for me. Sometimes I just want to have some shit I want to get off my chest. But right now, what I want to get off my chest is I hope you guys are profiting from this market because everything's working right now. And if you want to be a part of the money-making group, come and hang out with us. That's all I'm saying. There's no panhandling here. I could give a shit. I could stop right now, shut the video, dum-da-dee-da, but I like it. I like helping people. And that's why, again, anybody calls what I do panhandling, you're barking up the wrong tree, brother. For me, it's put up or shut up. That's what I do. If I was asking you for money right now, then it would be panhandling. Sign up for my class. Take the Warlock Challenge for 20 grand. Maybe you'll make some money. Not the way I do things. Make money, make more money, then make more money, and then decide whether or not you want to hang with me going forward. But the choice is usually easy, man. Now, you want to know why I'm not a millionaire? Because I sold the goddamn square because I was happy with the money I made. And now I feel like a schmuck. I am a fucking idiot. Really. I mean, look at this thing go. I got nothing. I finally I finally got into this thing. It's just sick. 79.35. And I'm selling it at 80 bucks. But you know what? It's a good trade. I paid for my cable bill. Yeah, I wish I would have bought the $180 calls. And I wish I was still in the 400 shares that I had from before. But you know what? For me, if I always make $250 or $300 or $400 on every trade I do, then I can't lose money unless I buy 300 Yext calls and watch them expire and destroy me. Or I add 500 more shares of Alibaba up there at 210, and I'm buying $100, $250 calls 6 months out thinking this thing's going to 500, and they expire worthless too. So I'm in that zone where I know what trades I make money on. My problem is every time I size up, whether it's my bad luck or whatever it is, whenever I size up, it doesn't work, whether I'm nervous or not. But you know what? If I keep finding square trades and I take the money out of the money, take the money out of the trade, inevitably I'll come out ahead. Right. And that's why the Clovis right now is, I'm proud to say I'm still in it. Normally, I'm in something at 25 and it goes to 30. I'm done. 5 points. I'm thinking the stock goes to 43, maybe 45, possibly. I got some, again, with a biotech stock, who knows? But this stock looks like it's $42.31. That's where it's going. So I'm looking at the stock. Yeah, I'm dying to take profits. But I just bought more because this thing just broke out. And we're in a market that doesn't go down. You're being rewarded, obviously, for holding. And if you're staying short anything, you're out of your mind. I mean, think about the Square people. There was an analyst who came on today on CNBC. He said the story was over. The story was over in Square. Not only should you not buy this dip, but the story's over. That's it. It's over. Stock's up 7 points. I would challenge that comment. I'm going to go ahead and say that doesn't have a higher net worth than me. I'm going to go ahead and say he doesn't. Just, again, I don't know if you want to compare You want to subpoena some records or shit, but I'll go out there. I'll put $1,000 on that. The fact that I probably have a little bit more going on than that guy. But if it's true, good for him. I hope everybody is rich. That's the point. You should be making money in this market. And I should still be long SQ. And I should be in the $81 calls. But you know what? My guys are in there. Thank God. I mean, I was in, what was this stupid stock that I got out of yesterday? Shake Shack. Unbelievable. I'm picking this thing right off the lows. I make about I made 50 cents. My buddy's making 5 points. So that's why I love running the room, because I can live vicariously through some of my guys, and boom, takes away some of the pain of selling out of these stocks. I mean, these guys still have Tandem. I didn't even think to buy this stock because I got destroyed on it once before, maybe a year ago. TNDM. These guys are killing it. I haven't even touched it. It's up, 26 points in the last 2 days. It's nuts. The only people that are losing in this market are the guys with this attitude. This is the attitude that I used to have. I would sell out of a stock, and then it would start going higher. And I would say to myself, oh, this thing can't go any higher. And then I would short it. Not only would I lose the money that I just made on the long, but now I'd be short a stock that still should be long, and I'm losing money. And that used to be my attitude. And that's the attitude about, I think that's why this market keeps going higher, is that people are angry. They're shorting this market thinking, oh, it can't keep going. It can't keep going. And then they're forced to cover. And next thing you know, you're up 10% more higher, which then encourages more people to buy stocks. So it's feeding on itself. It's like a death spiral upwards until it stops. And nobody knows when it's going to stop. So I just look for individual achievement awards every day. Give me some Square, give me some WTW, give me some Box. You know, last week, give me some Candy, give me some PCG. Now we're into the Clovis. You know, Clovis isn't really a day trade, but phenomenal trade. And then, of course, MVIS. I know I sold it, man. There's no way 95 to $1.20. I mean, holy cow. But I can't believe it has options. So here's my challenge to you 15 guys that are watching, or if anybody else watches this video. I don't think anybody does what I do. I've been in this business for a million years at this point. I am Neo. I am the Matrix. I've watched the evolution of decimalization. I've seen how this market has changed. And I've also seen how VWAP has really, to me, revolutionized trading. Because if there's anything that the algos are trading on more than anything, is that redundant? It's VWAP. Especially in a market that doesn't want to go down. Absolutely. Swing trades is where it's at right now. So what we're doing is we're taking these, you know, for instance, the Square. This would be something that these guys, again, I'm not in it right now because I blew it. But when a reversal trade works intraday, generally that becomes your swing trade. Opposed to what most loser traders do is that their swing trade is usually a day trade that's gone wrong, and now they're sitting with it hoping it comes back. We're in Clovis from 2 weeks ago because the trade broke out and we decided to hang on to a little bit. We took the day trade and we turned it into a swing trade. So now the swing trade is now it's come to a point where, you know, we're loving this Clovis. You know, don't love it so much now that it hit 32 and it's coming in, but the stock moves in 50-cent increments. I'm not worried. But usually our day trades spawn the swing trade, like the UVXY short, which has really paid me. That's the most I've been paid on any of these trades because I started shorting UVXY as soon as the year started. I had a big put spread on it. Plus, I've been selling calls on UVXY pretty much every week, and I'm still shorting UVXY calls right now. And I'm hedged just in case a nuclear bomb goes off. I don't want to lose my house shorting UVXY, especially down here. We're due for a move up. But are we? Because this thing is built to go down. Anyway, like I said, there's a lot going on. A lot going on. But I want to give you a gift, all right? I don't know if you know, but I collect toys. I'm big into collectibles. You know, I got a whole wall of stuff up there. It's all my premium stuff. A lot of Jaws, a lot of Funko. I got, you know, Star Trek. Got my Star Trek wall over there. Behind me, I got more Star Trek stuff. I freaking love Funko. I freaking love these dolls. I spend, you know, more money than a grown man probably should be spending on Funko. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be a Beanie Baby thing where they're all worthless. But I mean, and I never get dressed, by the way, yeah. How do you not love these things? Look at that thing. The articulation on these things for like $10, $12, and every once in a while, one becomes a collectible. The Bob Marley one that was $20 is worth $500 now. Just, I'm not selling it, so it's really not worth $500 to me. But if I wanted to sell it, supposedly it's worth $500. So I love this stuff. The question is the company making money? My heart's in it, but I sold the stock today because they're reporting tonight. Now, here's the thing. Will it go up because I sold the stock? In this market lately, everything I've sold out of, and I'm talking about every stock that I've sold out of this year, has gone higher. So will this be the next one? Options are really expensive if you're thinking about trading on options, but they're reporting tonight, and we'll see if the streak continues. Every stock I've sold out of this year has gone up. So I was looking maybe to play, you know, a $20, $25 call spread, or maybe the 2250. You buy the 2250s for 90. You could sell the 25s for 50 or 45. Stock goes to zero tomorrow. You're only going to be out 50 cents. Stock goes to $25. Your 2250s are worth $2.50. You keep the 40 cents. You're risking 50 cents to make, you know, $1.25, $1.50. It's not so bad. You know, again, but the point is, why take any trades other than reversals? Because look at what Square has done. So no matter what Funko does, let's say it explodes to 25 tomorrow, right? Up 5 points. You had an easy $2.75 trade today on this Square alone. You had the Billy reversal for $1. I'd rather still trade intraday where I could see what's happening right in front of my eyes and trade my VWAP and my reversals and make the money there. Where with Funko, I love it. I think the company is going to report a good number. I spend a lot of money on these little dolls myself. I got the Jaws ones. I got Snuffleupagus, Thanos. I got Jerry Garcia. I got the Jaws ones just came out. I got, you know, the Caddyshack ones. I got Trading Places. I love this stuff. But are they going to report a good number? And more importantly, what's the stock going to do after they report? I'd rather wait and see. Maybe they gap down on the numbers and they go green like Square. Because I tell you, that Square trade represents the reason that you don't need to own stocks, even in this market. Oh, I thought I was wearing my Flat Earth t-shirt for a second. The more I listen to those Flat Earth people, I'm like, yeah, fucking Flat Earth, man. God damn it. We're in a goddamn dome. Hey, look, I think we're in the Matrix, so why not Flat Earth, right? It's all bullshit anyway. I just watched all those Flat Earth documentaries. I'm like, yeah, this guy's got a point. But here, that's the kind of the point I was trying to make. Look at what Square did. No, anybody that traded that stock yesterday, right, lost money. Sorry, if you bought options on it, chances are you've lost money, because even though it's recovered 2.5 points now, if you bought an $80 call yesterday, they were $2.50. The real money came after the fact. I don't even know what I believe anymore. All I know is you can't believe the news. I actually started growing hair again. I stopped watching the news again. I'm telling you, you know how I complain about toothache? I got a bad back. I got pinched nerves. My stomach's always hurting. I take a week and a half off from watching the news. It's not a coincidence. I feel so much better because, man, you know my opinion on certain all politicians are awful. But my God, watching CNBC is almost as bad as Fox News. Where there is no truth in anything that we see. Like the kid with the MAGA hat and the Indian. We're all getting on him because of that stupid face and he's a racist. We don't know the whole story. We're never going to know the story. And then you got this kid out there claiming that he's getting gang raped and he stages the whole thing himself. That's it. I'm done. I'm done watching TV. I'm just going to watch Legion. I'm going to smoke weed. I'm going to watch Legion over and over and over again. That's what I did. I watched Legion on Hulu twice through. Because if you haven't seen Legion, go smoke a joint and watch Legion. Because that's the best TV. And fuck politics, man. Because I was talking with one guy, you know, he's so anti-politics. And, you know, again, when I say I hate Trump, he always says, oh, you must love Clinton. I'm like, why? Why is that the default of the Trump supporters that I have to like somebody else? I hate you all. The Clintons are the worst. But this guy claims that he's got proof because his cousin's sister's brother's uncle worked for the CIA. And he says that they were actually real covert murders perpetrated by the Clintons. It's some crazy shit. But man, you can never say that it can't be true. I don't think she was probably running a prostitution, child pornography, slavery out of that pizza place. But who the hell knows at this point, right? Talking about Andrew Joshua? I don't know, but what about the other guy? The guy that just fought, the other British guy. But he fought that stooge, Stavern. Stavern is like, he just sits there getting punched in the face. I could beat that guy. I like the other guy, the one who swings like a madman. I think those two guys need to fight. Joshua needs to fight Deontay Wilder. That'd be a good fight. You like boxing? I watch boxing all the time. I've never gave up on boxing. So, guys, yeah, if you guys want to hang out, my boy's doing a presentation right now about anti-VWAP. So if you go to Hit the Bid, I'll give you a free present. Hitthebid.com. Boink. The password is mywife82. All right? One time only. Boom. Get in there. Yeah, Deontay Wilder. I think Joshua would beat Wilder now. He's so sloppy that I think a really good fighter will beat him. I mean, who did he fight last time? It was a draw or something. That was a good fight too. I like the middleweights better, and I was on Triple G from day one. I like to fight, good time. This is like my fans. I like to fight each time, good times. My fans. I was like, who is this guy? It's like Borat of boxing, and next thing you know, it turned out to be awesome. Oh, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, right. All I knew from this guy was that he was some sort of crackhead that beat I had a $20 on the guy because of his name. I was like, who the hell's Tyson Fury? What a great name. I put $20 on it and I won like $300 on some fight where he beat Klitschko. And then I actually been betting the draws. After I won money on that draw, I bet on Triple G Alvarez draw the first time. I bet on the draw in that last fight. I won that too. 25-1 on the draw. Why not? So you guys come hang out tomorrow on me, my wife 82. We'll find some option trades. We're looking at PCG tomorrow, definitely. You know, loving, by the way, loving this VFF. Once they create options on that, I'm going to be all over it. VFF. They should create options on this thing probably within a couple of months, as soon as it's out there for 3 months. What else we loving? Loving the INSG, still own that. Obviously, Clovis. Looking for box to chop around between 20 and 20 and a half. 20 and a half breaks. We're going to be back into that thing in a big way. What stocks do I own? MVIS, I'm out of it. VFF, I sold it, but I'm looking to buy it back. Obviously, Clovis. I got Yext still. Jimmy out there. Jimmy, Yext is coming back. I miss you, Jimmy. We could have made all that money back that we lost on Yext. I could have helped you. Tilray, too volatile. I'd rather own the VFF and the Cron. Those are my two weed stocks right now. Still got the Cron. I'm down to 500 shares. I mean, I couldn't resist selling some above 20. But Tilray is too scary for me. You know, the way that thing went to 300 and crashed back down. After that, I was like, I don't want to be involved in that one. But I got VFF and I got Cron. I still own this Yext. I got Solo just because the symbol's Solo. What do you mean? Why am I on here, not in the chat room? My friends are broadcasting, doing their thing now. Figured I'd say hi. Haven't said hello in a while. Hey, you want to see a trade? That ENDP is kind of setting up for a short. So right now, I mean, again, it's a chase. But what I'm looking at right now is it just got back to the multi-day VWAP at 1122. Couldn't break it. Now you're rolling over. Short still intact. So you're looking for, what's this target? Oh, it's kind of right there already. But if this fade continues, you gotta, it's not that much money to be made on this trade, but definitely fading away. Yeah, you might see it go back to break even. It's not worth it, really. I don't normally even want to put trades on after 11:30. What else do I own? Own anything else? No more US Steel. I got no sale. What else do I own? I sold a Funko today. No MVIS, no VFF, no PCG. Oh, actually, I do have PCG still. I got 100 shares floating around. Naked calls and UVXY. Yeah, but if you want to come to the website, my minion is talking about his creation. He's got this 1 hour VWAP, which is really good. I don't use it because I don't really trade during the middle of the day. The 1 hour VWAP and what he calls anti-VWAP, he says that's a decent range to trade, usually because in the middle of the day we're going sideways. So he's got some way to trade the sideways action. Again, I usually just take the middle of the day off, make some phone calls. And by the way, I suck. I know. I never call anybody. I trade till noon. I'll do a video. I'll putter around the house for a while. Next thing you know, something looks interesting. I'll be trading. And then my kids are home. I'm cooking. And then it's nighttime. Maybe I make 2 phone calls. And the guy that told me to beat it, that's still, I love him, somebody said. Beat it. The box. Ryan was on to box. He likes Sale. What was the other one? Sale's his favorite stock, but he's getting crushed in box right now. But you know what? He bought a ton more this morning. brought that cost average down. He's more of a, fundamental pseudo hedge fund kind of guy. Me, I'll take those square trades all day. I mean, that's how you trade, my friends. You find two beautiful trades a day, and then who cares? And that's the point I was going to make before to the guy that said yesterday, "Ooh, the deal with Trump and North Korea fell apart. The market's going to crash tomorrow." If you're really thinking that, you shouldn't be in the market. Okay, if you're really thinking that, if you really can't sleep at night because of the market, you're doing this all wrong. First of all, if that's the truth, sell everything you have right now and go to cash. And then tomorrow, wake up and trade only reversals from now on. And then at the end of the day, you're flat. And then there's nothing to be worried about, except if, nuclear Armageddon comes. But if the market's keeping you awake at night, you're doing something completely wrong. I mean, this square is it's just stupid, really. And that's the thing about day trading also. Imagine you're long square and you came in and it's getting hammered, right? The guy that's in it for the day, he's thinking, "Oh my God, what did I do to my life? Why did I hold this overnight?" Maybe he dumps it at the beginning of the day. The guy that has no position at all starts seeing it improve, gets over the 1 minute, breaks the opening range. One person's disaster is another one's greatest trade of his life. Like some of these guys have, some of these new guys, they don't even know what an earnings reversal is until like a week ago. And we've had 12 of them in a row. You realize 127 in a row from May until the streak was broken about 3 weeks ago. We haven't had a loser yet. And that's my problem. These trades are working every time. Why is it not the only thing I do? Because I like this RKDA. Well, let me buy some YEXT out of the money options on a. I'm telling you, you just sit here and trade these reversals, and that's all you ever do from this point on. There's no way you could fail, because even when they stop working, and eventually we're going to get 3 or 4 in a row that don't work, your entries are usually so good that even when you take a loss, it's not that big of a deal because your entries are pretty good. And your stops are, on a 10 or, anything under $20, you're looking at 20-cent stops, 30 usually in 30-cent stops. And then there's Funko. So let's take some side action. Anybody have an opinion on Funko? Come on, let's play. I'm out of the stock, so inevitably I think it's going to go higher now. I love these dolls. They're reporting earnings. The stock has come back huge. I mean, this thing had just a monster run up. This thing broke out from 1250, ran to 31 to crash all the way back down to 1250. Now we're right smack dab in the middle. So there's no telling what we're going to do, obviously, on our earnings report. But in my heart, if I had to choose, this thing's going to $25. Easy tonight. Yeah, that's right. 20% move I'm calling for. Why? Because I don't own it. I just sold it today, right here at 2040. Because I just don't like owning. I don't like to own stocks into earnings reports because usually nothing good comes out of them. That's why Square is just, there's your example. You don't need to own into reports. So if you guys are day traders, swing traders, investors, or whatever, come and hang out with us, man. It's starting in March. If you've never taken a 30-day, whirl with us, come and join us. Maybe March will be the greatest month of your life, and you'll never want to do anything other than hang with us. You know what I'm saying? But for now, my friends, what's up, Mr. Lumberg? You coming back? Boom, 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 boom. Wow. So many stocks are just on fire. Lumberg Factor. Show me my O face. You want to play Manowar? I'll play Manowar on our way out. Hold on a second. But they'll ban the video, right? What do you want to hear? This funny thing, I was playing Manowar yesterday, the first album. Sorry, I was playing The North Star Always Guides Me When Winter Skies Are Gray. And I wait for the sun when all are one. I will not be Trish. I get the sword coming at you. We're waiting when all are led astray. What's the next line? You know that song? That was Carry On. Come on, get with your Manowar. Full moon's light is calling me, my kingdom lies within. I kind of lost my love affair with Greta Van Fleet. They were terrible on Saturday Night Live. Did you see them on Saturday Night Live? Just awful. I was so disappointed. All right, I'm not gonna play music because then they'll ban my video. But all right, I'll see you guys either later today, probably not, or tomorrow. Come on into the room. We'll do some trades. It'll be crazy tomorrow. If we get one of these reversals on a Friday, you're talking 10 cents to 50 cents on a trade with an options. $100 turns into $5. I'll be damned if you're not doing those trades tomorrow. It's crazy. All right. Have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't, I'll be back Monday or Tuesday. And if you guys want to do some reading, here's my article, my last article, my serious. I have a professional side. Right? Let me get you the link. That's my Investopedia page. That's the last article I did. I don't look at Netflix anymore. It's above my pay grade. I don't like it. I don't like it long. I don't like it short. I don't care. I just trade reversals. You give me a gap down on Netflix, breaks over a VWAP and goes green, big fan. Now, today's trades, Square long, Box long, Bud short, Clovis long, PCG short, RKDA long, crushed on that one. UVXY short, WTW long twice, and then short once. And that's your day. Today, not anymore. Wish I was. Yeah, just from the reversal trade, 79, what was I, 79.85 or 79.35, something like that. Yeah, I was late to the party on this one, but once they go green, 79.35 to 80. That was my trade. Not bad. These guys killed it. They had the $80 calls, just rocking the world. Yeah, rolling over now finally. Yeah, I'm in the middle of the day. Generally, you're going to get your reversions back down. This thing could easily see $80.75 even on this pullback. Because if it blows off the top, nobody sells that high. You break down under that range, which is around 81.30. You'll see the stock meandering around $80.75 before too long. Yeah, but usually I'm the guy. I like to be one of the first ones in, and sadly one of the first ones out too. But you know, I get what I want out of the trade, and then I move on. Just look for the next reversal. I think PCG is going to shock us tomorrow, have an up day, but we crushed that trade. I mean, we got out right at the highs. Our target was $20.20, but once it didn't get past the 1990, sold it that day, and it's been an amazing sell. Today I lost on the long, made some of the money back on the short. Well, you know what would be a tell? We've definitely hit a pivot. Right now, the market wants to go down. I agree. But if UVXY can't sustain a 3-day rally, usually 3 days and market weakness, that usually then leads into a little bit more of a sell-off. I'm with you. You know, this market right now is right on the cusp of selling off, but it doesn't. So you can't bet on it going to happen. That's why I'd rather just be trade for the day, trade what I see, not make any big judgment calls. I mean, when you got stocks like SurveyMonkey reverses on our earnings report from $11 and tax on 5 points, how could you short anything? SurveyMonkey? Really? 40% move off a shitty report? By the way, I shouldn't have mentioned Clovis to you guys. Damn, it's down $1 since I came on. But, I mean, stocks that I have no business making money on. MVIS. Really? Come on. I mean, what some other shitty stocks? Yeti. I mean, Yeti had this miracle comeback. I mean, GoPro, for God's sakes, we were in GoPro at $5.50, sold it at $6. Really? Making money on a GoPro long? This market's out of fucking control. Hycar, you know, Hycar, Hyre. We bought this thing at $4.50. I called the company. The guy couldn't even explain how they make money. I'm like, oh, great. Next thing you know, the stock is up 40%. You know why? Because Hycar is they believe Hyre is a cheap way to get into the Lyft and the Uber IPOs because they have business. Their business is Hycar, if you don't know, Hyre. What they do is if you want to be an Uber driver but you don't have a car, you rent a car from HireCar and then go become an Uber driver. So where's the money? I mean, there's not that much money to be made as an Uber driver, but now you're paying Hycar to rent the car. I mean, where's the margins there? There aren't any. But it got hyped up as a cheap way of getting involved in the car share, you know, hype. And then Hycar. Next thing you know, the stock's going up, you know, 100%. But SurveyMonkey? What the hell do we need this stock? Next thing you know, it's up 4 points. It's unbelievable, really. And that's what I'm saying. I was saying before, like, when everything is working, something's got to give. And it's usually we're going to have a sell-off. But when? We can't sell off. It's kind of ridiculous. But on that note, as long as we get reversals like Square and WTW and some Clovis, keep on rocking. Stay liquid as much as you can and just win the battle for the day and then come back tomorrow and try to win another battle. And then inevitably, suddenly it's 6 months later and you keep winning small battles, you're the man. All right, I'll see you guys. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Have a great afternoon. If you got the link, go read my article. Come join us tomorrow. We'll be talking about options. Should be a lot of fun. All right? Nice hanging with you guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll see you guys next week. Whatever the case, good luck in all you do. And I'll see you soon. Later. Yeah, Mark Vilk. Oh my God. It's a one-way ticket to freedom. My wife 82. Yeah. But you got to put in a real phone number. That's how we track you. And I'll only call you if you want me to call you. All right? Mark Vilk in the house. I'm out of here, Mark. I'll see you around. Your boy Booby's in the room. See you guys.